Valentina, welcome to Uruguay. Were you surprised that UFC came to you offering this fight here in Uruguay of all places? You defending your belt here.
Actually, no, I did. I was not surprised too much because already UFC it's like all over the Latin America, and it's like I was. It's a question of the time. What countries more UFC gonna do his event?
You fought in Brazil before, now in Uruguay, and you're campaigning for UFC in Peru. Do you feel like you're gonna be that star for the UFC in Latin America?
I hope so because I lived in Latin America for 8 years, and Latin America is take huge part in my life, and this is like I just love to be here. I love the spirit, the atmosphere of countries of Latin America.
Liz Carmouche was booked to fight Roxanne. Were you surprised that they canceled that fight to then offer you? Was that a fight you were already expected to take?
I actually not. I was not surprised because they start this communication, and it was first like two options between Caitlin and Liz Carmouche. So Caitlin, she decide like for her personal like reasons to not take this fight, and then UFC started to plan to find the what place it's gonna be better to make it happen, and I'm very glad that they decide Uruguay it will be the place.
She has a win over you like 9 years ago, but is that something that you think helped the UFC decide to go with her to fight you?
I think the number one why they decided it's because Liz she's ranked number 3, and of course if she would be ranked number 12, 15, it won't be a question right now. But as she's very close to the top, that's why it's number one why they decided.
That fight in 2010 make you more motivated more motivated to fight her? Is that something you take in consideration, or no? It's just like 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. That's you fought before.
For me, number one, it's to win the fight. Doesn't matter who gonna be in front of me. I will be ready every time. Of course, we fought like years ago. It was not the way as I wished. It was like a medical decision to stop the fight. I was ready to continue, and I think the cut was it was okay, but it was not something the reason to stop the fight. But they decided it, and actually I don't need some kind of extra motivation for me because to defend the belt by itself it's already the huge motivation.
We don't have video of that fight. How was the fight playing out before the doctor stoppage?
It was everything going to my side. I was winning the fight in the stand-up game. Then I took her down and I wanted to make a leg lock, and she was laying down on the floor. I was stand up on my feet, and she threw a heel like upside. It was not like kind of like hurting or something like this. It was just anything, and we continue our grapple. I was trying to submit her, she was trying to escape. In this moment I saw the blood. I didn't realize whose blood is that. I thought maybe it's her blood, and when the round finished, I saw the doctors coming into my side. I understood this is me as a reason why, and it was a cut of eyebrow, and that's why they decided to stop the fight.
Did that leave any scars?
Yes, it's right here. Yeah.
And of course, you expect this fight to go your way as well. But does that fight in 2010, those memories of that fight, matter at all in terms of how you're gonna fight, or do you think like you're both two different athletes this time? You shouldn't even pay attention to that fight.
It's yes and no. Yes, it's because she's kind of the fighter. You have to expect from her anything in any moment of the fight, and you cannot be relaxed before the very end. And no, it's because so many years pass and everyone changes, and everyone has different fighting style. So it's like yes and no.
She fought for the UFC belt against Ronda Rousey 6 years ago. She was a huge underdog against Ronda and almost submitted her before losing the fight. she is a veteran. She must be respected. How do you envision this fight going? You're a 10 to 1 favorite. Do you feel like maybe people are overlooking her? People don't give her the respect she deserves.
I don't know. Yeah, I know that she is like she's a MMA fighter. She's strong fighter, physically strong, mentally strong, and she's army girl. That's why how I said before, you cannot be relaxed before the very end of the fight, and you have to expect like anything from her coming, from the like unexpected submission or whatever. That's why I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready to take anything and to have my responses and much more, to win the fight and have my belt with me again.
You're laser focused in this fight, but people are already talking about trilogy fight with Amanda Nunes or fighting Jessica Andrade for if she moves up. How does that affect you, if at all, going into this fight?
Not at all, because I don't focus on something that it's like somewhere flying around like in the air, and I don't care what it's gonna be, what people say, whatever they say. For me, my goal is this fight this Saturday, and this is what's important for me. After the fight, I will start to think maybe more, but right now I don't care.
You had a history with Amanda Nunes. You fought her twice. For many people, you won both times. Seeing her around with the UFC belt, then the 135 belt, and now the 145 belt, does it bother you? Kind of, okay, that belt should be mine.
No, it's not bothering me. The way as we are now, it's how it's played off everything, and there is no reason to bother about anything, to be worried about anything, because you cannot make correction anything, because everything as it is, and you have to take as it is. I have my belt. I'm a champion. She's a champion. It's fine. We're gonna have. I'm more than sure we're gonna have another opportunity to meet each other in the octagon, so then we will start to talk. But for now, it's like everything going how it should go.
I have talked with her in the past, and she has said that she was hoping to fight at 125, but then she went to 145. Do you think that it's possible for her to go down to 125, or having you as champions would make her not so interested in going down to 125 again?
If she decides to go down, here I am. She's every time welcome to 125.
Are you open to moving back up to 135, or maybe this is your home now?
For now, it's my home, but I never discard any possibilities to do something else.
In this champ era, people are talking about Jessica Andrade maybe moving up. She's talking about already about moving up to fight you. How do you think? What are your thoughts on this matchup? She has also a former bantamweight who's looking amazing at strawweight. What are your thoughts on her being the champion now at 125 and 115, and this possibility of fighting her?
I think for anything, it has to be right time and right moment. For now, she has to focus more on her defense, because she has very serious opponent, very strong opponent, and I would suggest her not to waste her time and like planning in advance too much, because everything can change. And I suggest for her to focus more right now on her own fight.
Do you think that she's a champion at 115, but she has yet to defend the belt? Do you think she deserves this opportunity to, okay, if she goes to China and defends the belt, to move up and straight into a title fight? I think she deserves more title defense to deserve to actually become a two-division champion.
I think this is a question after she defends her belt, because if yes, if not, we will come back and discuss about this all things. But for now, it's like no sense just to talk. Don't.
And it's a division so stacked. You have Michelle Watson, Joanna and Jacek, you have Rosalyn Mayunas, you have so many big names that talking about moving up might be too soon for her, right?
Everyone who wants to move up and try her power in 125, welcome. I fought Joanna already, so it doesn't matter who will come for me and try their power in my weight class. Whatever.